Hey Chris, so first of all, I just want to explain a couple of things to you on basically what Google's looking for in order to get you to be in the top spots when people are searching for a tattoo shop in their area. Um, Basically, there's two things that Google looks for: is they look for the most authoritative site as well as the most trustworthy site in order to bring up first, because they're just in the business of giving the best information possible to whoever's searching. So, in order to be authoritative, you basically have to have the best content about whatever someone's searching for. So, in your case, it'd be if someone searches tattoo shops in Broomfield or tattoo shops in Boulder, you want to be able to tell Google that you are the best information for tattoo shops in Boulder or Broomfield. Now, the way you do that is just a lot of wording and content on the pages that you're shooting to rank. As you know, there's not a ton on your homepage here, and what is on there isn't really optimized towards ranking for those things. So you have portfolios right away. Google's going to come through and read this top to bottom, and then you come into some of your kind of rules and things, and you can see look at tattoo. It shows up 8 times on the home page, which isn't bad. But then you try to do tattoo shop, and it's not there at all. You do have shop in there a few times, but not that string of words that people are searching for. So need to get that in there, sprinkle it in a little bit. You don't want to overdo it, but start getting that in there, get more information on there so Google knows that you know what you're talking about when it comes to tattoos. Now, the second thing on how you get Google to trust you is that's basically other websites linking back to your website, which tells Google that you are a trustworthy site because other people are referring to you for information. So you should probably be a good source for that information. So there's several ways we can do that. You definitely need to add more pages, getting into tattoo care, things like that. Every tattoo website has them, but part of the reason is you want more and more content on there so Google finds you more relevant. So taking an overview at what you've got going on, it does say you rank for 197 keywords, but with this particular tool, that's top 100. No one's going to be 10 pages back on Google. It just doesn't happen. So the things you are on page one for are Junkyard Ink, obviously, Junkyard Tattoos, and Tattoo Shop Rules. So sounds like not a whole lot of people have rules on their website, so you are up there for that. But it looks like they say about 10 people a month, worldwide are searching for that. So not really going to land you any clients. Um, the ones that you do want to rank for, Broomfield Tattoo Shops, you're actually number 11. So you're on page 2, but if you're not on page 1, it doesn't really matter. Hardly anybody goes to page 2 to find their information. You actually really need to be in the top 3 to 5 spots in order to get many clicks and people clicking through, because people are lazy. They'll look at the first few and then make their decision from there. Boulder Tattoo Shops, again, you're on page 2. Brighton, you're on page 2. Denver, you're at the end of page 2. So not too far off on some of these. It wouldn't take a extraordinary amount of work to get you up onto page 1 and start getting it up there. And again, all the other ones, it doesn't even show me unless I've paid a couple $100 a month for this. I pay for the cheaper version. But when you're in the 50s and 60s and things like that, don't need to know anyway because you're not even close. Now, with those backlinks that I was telling you about, to get Google to trust your website. Pardon my daughter, she's excited. Um, this tool basically tells you what Google is seeing. So they see that you do have backlinks, but not from very reputable sources. So it does not trust you very much. Take a look at the backlinks that you've got. So this one is okay. It looks like something from Joy when she was there. Not a great one because it again doesn't have a whole lot of trust. Then you do have a couple that are decent backlinks. I wouldn't actually delete any of these because it shows pretty good diversification there. And these are all organic ones that just came in over the years, people showing off your work, things like that. So it's not bad to have these at all. What we do need to do is get more powerful ones in there, more trustworthy ones, and sprinkle them in there and point them at a couple different pages on the website to really get you more trustworthy with Google so you can get up in those pages. So between adding more content and more relevant content, as well as getting some more of these links in there, I think could definitely get you up in those first few spots. So when you do search, tattoo Boulder, your number one competitor is Tribal Rights, which isn't surprising because they're a big shop. They've got several locations. I think 4 locations over the Front Range, so they are a bigger one for sure. Now, one thing that I noticed that's if we can get you into the map pack here in Boulder, which will be fairly difficult. One big advantage is none of these guys have their website linking on here. It means they haven't done a very good job building it out. So if you can get in this map pack, if you've got the website click, people are lazy. They'll just click on that instead of trying to find the website elsewhere. So let's take a look at Tribal Rights website, see why they're ranking there. They do have more content on the front page here, talking about their tattoos and things, and they do have links going to their different pages, so Google's easier to follow through those. And of course, they're a little bit more diversified with piercings and things like that. But in addition, they have a lot more pages. They've got about tattoos themselves, the aftercare. Their piercing things obviously is not going to be big on your side of things. Full pages for artists. And then they break it out in location pages, which is something that we could do for you as well, just to pull in a little bit more traffic from the close by cities, Broomfield, possibly Erie, because I don't think Erie really has any tattoo shops. Boulder, things like that. We won't necessarily be actual location pages, but it'd be areas we service or things like that. And they also have a blog, which is going to have a lot more pages on there, and again, just bring that relevant content in. As well as more into aftercare, things like that. So that's why they're part of the reason why they're up there. The other reason is that with those backlinks, they've got a lot more trust, and as well as more backlinks in general. If you take a look at them, they've got 46 versus you've got 13 that are active. So we want to basically try to double what they have and really bring in the trust. So they've got some really trustworthy links coming in here. They've got some that are not so great as well, but they've got good diversification, and some of these easy ones like the Boulder Inn one here, we could definitely get on that one as well and copy some of theirs and throw some big ones in there and really take them over. They are actually have 3,400 keywords that they're registering for. But some good ones, Tribal Rights, Longmont. Of course, anything with Tribal Rights, they're gonna go up front for. Let's see if we can find Boulder Tattoo. They're number 4. Tattoo Boulder, they're number 3. Boulder Tattoo Shops, number 4. Things like that. That's actually driving business to their website. Because the other side of it is, let's take a look at this one here first. They have 2,700 clicks come through their website every single month, just organically. So obviously that's a big opportunity there. If there's 2,700 people not only looking for tattoo shops in the area, but actually clicking on their website, that's huge. Obviously they have more locations than you do, and they do piercing, so it's going to be up there a ways. But even if it was only 500 clicks a month that we get you up to, at a 10% conversion rate, that's 50 more people coming through your shop. So that would be huge. Because right now, according to SpyFu, you have basically no one that's looking for the shop and then finding it. So it's definitely need to utilize that website better. Now, what the keywords that people are looking for out there are, tattoo shops, tattoo care, tattoos and piercing, tattoo places. These are things that we want to kind of get those keywords sprinkled through your website and start optimizing for those. But Travel Rights also does pay for some ads, which is a good way to get some traffic coming before your website gets up to those top spots. Tattoo Shop Denver, Design a Tattoo, things like that. Obviously, some of these other ones wouldn't really help you out. But the thing that really stuck out to me is we can get the cost per click on these way down. 42 cents for Tattoo Shop Denver. So, if we push this ad and even you spent $42, that's 100 clicks on your website. That could bring 10 people in the door for 42 bucks. So I think that would be a good way to push things this fall and winter to get a few more people in the door. We can start doing some ads like that, get some more traffic coming through, at least get your phone ringing a little bit, and get at least the chance to be able to bump things up there. These are some of the ads that they've been running. Tattoo shop in Westminster, some things. Let's see, custom tattoo in Westminster, tattoo designs in Westminster. Looks like they're really pushing their Westminster shop. Must not be doing as well as their other locations. Now, they actually don't do a great job on their ads either. They're short. I can make them take up a lot more of the page. It makes them much more likely to be clicked on as well. So that's just a few ideas of kind of what we can do and the opportunity that's out there. That 2,700 clicks every month. That's a lot of customers leaving on the table, and could definitely get some more people in the door. Get your shop cranking busier. Keep it easier to not only easier to keep artists around, but easier to get new artists and really keep you full. I do have a couple of ideas for promotions as well. If you want to go that route to drum up some business quickly with like Facebook ads, things like that. I do not recommend offering discounts on tattoos because those discounts will bring referrals in the door. But when they refer to someone, someone's gonna check out their work, ask them where they got it, and they say, well, yeah, Junkyard Ink, and I only paid $100 an hour for it. The focus will be on the price they paid, not necessarily the work. Whereas if you ran a contest where people share your work and get the word around, you'll drum up a bunch of business that way, and maybe you give away a tattoo session, a 2-hour session, something like that. So yeah, it's going to cost you, $300 or so out of your bottom line, out of what you'd normally pay. But when that person refers people and they're super stoked about it and they share it all over the place, recommend to all their friends to go to Junkyard Ink, they're going to say, yeah, it was sweet. Well, how much did you pay? Well, actually, I won a contest. So then when the referrals come in, they're not coming in on price, they're coming in on the work you did. So that's just a couple of ideas I had. Definitely shoot me any questions you have and stuff. And if you want me to work on some of this stuff, I'll as little work as it's going to take to get things bumped up, as long as you have access to your website to be able to edit things. I don't know who built that out for you originally. I can start working on some stuff for you and help you out a little bit. And we can kind of see what happens with it. Maybe once things start rolling a little bit, you see some success from it, then we can talk about going on a small monthly plan or something like that. But just hit me up, let me know, and we can go from there. Later.